guys, so I will be showing y'all I beat an average. So I'm going to review the game. Before I get into the video, you guys helped me achieve my goal. And you want to know what that goal is? 10 subscribers. And guess what? Y'all helped me reach the 10 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I really mean it. Thank y'all. This makes me happy. And and also plus, not just is this not just about isn't this is not about 10 subscribers. Y'all gave me 92 views in 7 days. For the past week, y'all gave me 90 something views. Do you know how crazy that is? Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I'm really happy. And now let's get into the video. Now, so there's more in the video. Well, now I beat this bot. It's Wendy bot. So I started with E4. She responded back with C6 doing the Caro-Kann defense. And I responded with F3. She responded with D5. So I defended my pawn on B3. So she moved her bishop on G4. Okay, pinning my queen. Sure, why not? So then I threatened the bishop on H3. She decided to trade it. So I took back on G3. And now she threatened my knight on D4. So I moved back on E3. And she responded back with D6. So I moved to pawn C3. So she takes, I take. But instead of challenging, she ignored my challenge and decided to threaten my knight. So I moved my knight on D4, and she threatened my knight again on E5. So I moved my knight to F5. So, and then she did queen to D7, threatening my knight again. I don't know how many times, but I didn't really want to because I still have my pawn defending it. So I moved my pawn to B4. She responded back with E7. So I took. We traded. She took it with bishop E7. And I defended my pawn. And she responded back with C5. So I took on C5. So I was thinking, why does she keep on doing that? So I took back, but then I realized she can take my bishop. So that was an absolute blunder. I was like, oh my god, I didn't even see that. So I did pawn to H4. H4. She responded with bishop B2, trying to threaten my rook on A1. So then I moved my bishop to H3. So she takes my rook, I take her queen. So she moved her queen to B5 to a safe zone. and I move my rook. So if she moves if she moves the bishop, I can just easily, what the heck? Yeah, and I can easily take her queen. So she took my pawn on b6. I castled. She castled too. So then I try to get the queen out of the way too on a4, because if she takes, I can take the bishop easily. So she took it, but I took the queen, and she took it, with a4, and I took the bishop on b2. So then she did f5 pawn, and then I took with bishop. Then she did rook on f6, protecting her b6 pawn. So then I moved my rook to b4. So she accepted the trade, and I took it. Now she threatened my bishop on g6. So now I moved it back. Of course I am. And she did c6, trying to take away my pawn. So then I moved my rook to e1, and then she did f4, rook f4. So then I did a check. I moved her king, obviously. Then I moved my king to g3. I'm trying to threaten. Yeah. Now she moved her king to e7 to threaten my bishop. So I moved it back to h4. Then she moved back to f8. Now I move my rook to c6. So she takes this pawn. I can just easily do a check. But she didn't take the pawn. She moved the knight to d4. So I did the check, like I said. And she moved her king to g7. And I did a check again. And she did g8. I moved my rook back to b7. And she moved her pawn to b5. I did another check. She moved back to g7. I did it again. But this time she moved to f8. So then I moved my rook back to b6. Now, and then she did g8. Now I did bishop to e6. And now I moved my rook to b7, doing a check. She moved her king to f8. I did rook check. She moved her king to e7. Then I blundered by moving the rook on b6, and then she took my e6 bishop. I didn't even realize that. That was crazy. So I decided to take the pawn, but she moved her king to d7. So then I ate this pawn, and then she moved her king to d6. So I moved my king back. Rook back. Sorry, and then I moved my rook back to b5. Took my pawn. Then the rook went back. Did a check. And move her king to e5. I tried to promote this pawn. So then she did that. And I moved my rook back to b8. And then when she moved there, I moved upwards, trying to promote this pawn. So then she did h1. And then, I did a check to e8. So then she moved her king to d6. I moved my pawn again, but then she did a check on g1. I moved my king to G1. Then she did another check on G1, which is kind of a blunder, which was a blunder because I can easily take. She moved her knight to D2, eating my pawn. So then I did a check, promoting a queen. Then another check on rook E6, and then I did another check on queen E8. Then she moved her king back to C7. Then I did queen to C6. Then I did rook on E8. Ooh. And then I did another check on E7. She moved back. And guess what? Mate and won. And if you guessed this right, this was B7. Now that was proof I beat WendyBot. What did you guys think of my skill? But I'm not just gonna. But this video is not just about reviewing of my match of WendyBot, because I would be like, oh, Alex, like that would be so boring. Like you're just like reviewing your match with Wendy. Like who cares? But I'm not just doing that. So I'm gonna teach y'all the basics. I know it's a little late. To teach, but if y'all are new to it, if y'all new to this channel and y'all don't know what's like this, what's queen, rook, even, and y'all and the pro people that already knows chess, y'all, you can hop off the video. But if you still want to play, if you still want to watch this video, go ahead. I don't care. So I'm gonna teach you the basics. So I'm gonna go to Martin, the one and only. Alright, let's go to Martin. Beginner. There you go. Alright, let's get started. So this is one of the important piece, the pawn. You can actually move it once. It can only go forward. And in the beginning of the game, you can also do pawn. You can also skip a square. And it can actually capture diagonally. So let's say this pawn was over here on D3. I can easily capture it on D3. Like this. Now, next piece. The knight. So, guys, this is really just the basics. I'm just teaching how the pieces moves and how they go. And tomorrow I'll probably do some more teaching, like openings maybe. Anyways, this is the knight. It can actually move as an L. So let's say, look, it's kind of like an L shape. If you really look closely. It looks like an L shape. Right, if y'all see that. And it could also capture as an L shape. It can also go backwards too. So basically, 1, 1, 2, left or right. Next piece, the bishop. So this can actually go diagonally. And whatever color is on has to stay on that color. If it's an illegal move if you move this bishop on a white square, even though you have, including on the white bishop too. It could also move diagonally, and it has to be on the same color, the same spot. And another piece. Oh, and also plus, the bishop can also capture diagonally. So next piece is the rook. The rook! One of my favorite pieces. It can actually move as like a plus sign. So it's basically up, left, right, down, bottom. So look, I can go up, I can go like this, I can go like that, I can go like this, that, go down, 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 right, up, left, everything like that. Now, yeah. So these are the basics. I'm gonna teach more on tomorrow. Yeah. So this will be the end of the this will be the end of the video. And once again, thank you guys for helping to reach my goal. And thank you guys for 90 views. Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate it. Now, this will be the end of the video. Peace!